insurance contributions, identify those years, and then go about making any voluntary contributions to maximise your qualifying years towards your state pension. So the first thing you're going to do is search for HMRC login in Google or any other search engine, and we're going to look for the HMRC online services page. From here, we're going to click the green sign in button. And we're going to log into our government gateway from here. Just going to pop in my personal details. So once you're logged in, you're going to look for the box that says your national insurance and state pension. So click on this box here. And from here, we're going to click on the tab, View Your National Insurance Record. I'm going to click here. So I'm now looking at my own national insurance record, and I can see all the years that I've made national insurance contributions, and it looks like for the most part each one is a full year's national insurance contribution. But if we keep scrolling down, we can see, okay, 2 years here where I haven't made full contributions. So I go to view details, I can take a look and see what I need to do. So if I want to have a qualifying year for the 2009 to 2010 tax year, I'm going to need to make a voluntary contribution of £824.20. And I suspect the same will be relevant for the 08-09 year. Yeah. So for me to have these two qualifying years, I'm going to need to make a contribution of circa £1,600. Now, depending on where you are with your stage in life and number of years remaining in work, you might find that actually you don't need to top up your national insurance contributions, because for the future years that you're going to be working, you'll be able to get the full 35 years qualifying. If you have a reduced number of years left in the workplace, you may decide that actually making these contributions will work out financially advantageous to enable you to have the full state pension for a number of years into the future, which will more than pay back these voluntary payments that you have to make. If we now click on the View Payable Gaps button here, this then gives us a summary of all the years where we do have gaps, and what we can then do is proceed to the next steps, which is check if you can pay for your gaps online. So we're going to click this button and go through the questions. So I'm going to answer no for this. So I'm going to answer relevant to myself. Your answers to these questions may be different. And self-employed, no. Have you lived or worked outside the UK? No, not in the last 18 years. So this is going to be an important question. When do you intend to stop paying national insurance? So I'm going to say when I reach state pension age. I'd like to think I won't be working that long, but let's pop that in and see what we get. So it's now telling me that I have 0 options to choose from. The reason for that is because I will have plenty of opportunity in the future to make my 35 years of qualifying years. If you answer differently to that question, so let's see if we go back and say, actually, I'm going to stop paying national insurance or getting national insurance credits before I reach state pension age. Let's see what it says. When will you stop paying national insurance or getting national insurance credits? Why don't we say March 2032? Let's see what happens. So it's now given me some options to make payments because I'm not going to be paying in national insurance contributions for the full period of time. So it's now giving me some different options, and depending on what you answer to these questions, the response will be subject to those. And then from here, you'll give your options on what you can do. So we're now presented with two options: pay for the 1 year, the 0809, or pay for both options. So let's say we select to pay for both. I'm going to select option 2, and then we're going to be presented with a make a payment option here. Now I'm not going to follow this all the way through, because in my personal circumstances, I don't necessarily need to make these voluntary contributions, but if you do, this is the point where you would continue on and look to make a payment, voluntary payment for those national insurance contributions.